Yeah. Travel rap. Skip. You go. Travel rap. Yeah. Travel rap. Yeah. It's the Travel Rap Podcast.
What's really good, y'all, and welcome to the Travel Rap Podcast, the place where the art of storytelling meets the world of travel. I am your host, Frank Nitt, and for today's destination, we are going to Los Angeles, California, to the House of, well, what used to be the House of Blues in Hollywood. We're there for a Tribe Called Quest concert, and I'm talking full Tribe, Jerobi, Ali, Tip, and Fife, crazy, right? And Slum Village is their opening act, and I am hype manning for Slum Village, which is why Frank is there. So anyway, so being that it's LA, it's a crazy, crazy scene, you know, very crowded, and celebrities kind of milling around. Janet Jackson's husband at the time, I think his name was Renee at the time, was there. I met him, met Chris Rock, and also Shaquille O'Neal was in the house, right? So I didn't meet Shaquille because I didn't find out he was there until during the show, right? So here's what happened. After Slum Village got off stage, up in the dressing rooms in the House of Blues, they have TV, like closed circuit TV, so you can watch who's ever performing on stage. And they also have a window like style situation where you can go to and watch it live, right? But from upstairs. So, you know, we all fresh off stage. Everybody kind of, you know, coming down off of that, wiping the sweat, you know, hooray, we killed it. It's LA, it's crazy. One side note, before I get to that, I'll never forget, during this show, the brother Batin laid down flat on his chest on the stage and laid the mic next to his face and did his verse from the stage. He was laying flat on his chest doing his verse from one of the Slum songs. Dilla almost stepped on him during the show, and Dilla said, "Oh shit," on the mic. It was hilarious. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So Tribe is performing, and everybody's kind of, you know, like I said, coming off the show high in the Slum Village camp, right? And so I'm watching the show from the closed circuit TV, and you know what's going on. It's Tribe. They got crazy hits. This is Love Movement tour, so this is later on. So they got, you know, tons of hits plus the hits from Love Movement. So it's just a crazy night, right? So it's going down. And like off in the corner of the stage, you see like this giant figure. It's like a skyscraper with legs, kind of walk towards the stage, right? And it's Shaq. Now, if anybody is known, Shaq has said, "Hey, the Hot Sex on the Platter song by Tribe Called Quest is one of my favorite hip hop songs," right? He says he loves that record. So at any rate, Tribe is on the stage talking, and Shaq creeps to the side of the stage like a gigantic skyscraper with some basketball shoes on. He just walks in, right? So but nobody sees him, right? So Tribe is talking to the people, and as soon as they get ready to do Hot Sex on the Platter, the beat drops, boom, and Shaq hits the stage, right? And the crowd goes crazy, and Shaq goes crazy, and you know, Shaq is a giant, so he's going crazy. Now, if you know anything about the House of Blues, the House of Blues floor had spring in it. So if the crowd got to going real good, the floor had a little give so that I guess you don't mess up the floor. So it bounced. It was like a small, like a little spring to it. So, and you could visibly see it going up and down, right? So the crowd is going, you know, that beat, hot sex on the platter, so it's going, right? And Shaq is on the stage going crazy, so it's just a crazy scene. This man decides, Shaq I'm talking about, to stage dive. He full out into the crowd. And he jumped so far, he jumped like from the stage to the middle of the venue, right? And when he landed, you know how most crowds, you know, surfing, they jump and the dude float on top because everybody pushing him up? Nah, man. When Shaq hit them people, it disappeared from the screen. Like I'm watching on a screen. I'm watching on a screen. And it disappeared. Like all the crowd disappeared where he landed at. It was just like people around and this whole section went down for a second, and it was just music and no crowd and no Shaq and no nothing. And then he popped up out the crowd like the Statue of Liberty, and it seemed like the whole audience was wrapped around his waist, and he started jumping, and I mean the whole building was going. It was crazy. It was crazy. But in retrospect, you know how many people got like Shaq feet, belt buckle, Shaq elbow? He's a giant, and he decided to jump crowd surf on a crowd full of regular people. I don't know why he did that. Nobody got hurt, I assume, and it was great. But man, it was something to see. Like the whole middle section of the crowd disappeared. It went away for like a second and a half, and then Statue of Liberty Shaq came out, and everybody was attached to his waistline and being crazy. Listen, I don't think Shaq could do it now, but just don't forget he at the time he was 7'2" and 300 pounds. Oh, I know some of the short people like me got all types of Shaq feet. Just pow, and a poof, click, spit. Shaq out here, man. Anyway, it's Travel Rap Podcast. I'm your host, Frank Nitt. You know what it is. Watch out for them Shaq stage divings, man, because it's crazy. You could get hurt. You get hurt. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah. Travel rap. Skin. You go. Travel rap. Yeah. Travel rap. Yeah. It's the Travel Rap Podcast.